Hey there. We're on the mid-turn, so I think that's game turn 20. And right now we can only go to game turn 51. So it's 20 out of 51. The original game went all the way up to 66, but I implemented the regiment, the 3rd regiment of the 3rd division, because we're running out of reinforcement points. And I want to get the 4th and 5th division off the battlefield, so we can get them some rest and recovery. So it's an interesting part of this game. We have a catastrophic limit of 4, and by March 3rd it drops to 3, by the way. We have 0 catastrophic losses because this game has the concept of reinforcements. And so with that in mind, we have been spending our reinforcement points, and that's what I'm saying. The 5th division is down to 7 reinforcement points. The 4th division is down to 13, so we're precariously low. If you've been watching these back to back to back, that's no big deal. I'm recapping for myself because it's been a few hours since I hit stop. So for me, it has been a very long time, and maybe not for you. Okay, so we're on the midday. We get reinforcements at the PM day, and we're not really doing anything for the HQ phase, except we're going to check for garrisons, and then we're going to expand our headquarters. Those are the 2 things we're going to do. And of course, you can hear me shuffling my cards. So let me give you a layout of the field. Garrison-wise, we're going to have some opportunity here. Blue is finally taken. This guy does not have line of sight, so I do think we're going to get some garrisons in here. Elsewhere, I think we're going to get some garrisons in as well. So let's get Crackalack in here. So I'm increasing the range off camera here. The 23rd Regiment and the 26th Regiment are both going up to, well, they're already range 3, and then the other ones are already range 2. So we have I always need like little flags, right? So that shows where my regimental headquarters are. If it would really help, because I can't even remember where I put them. Obviously I have these 2. They have a range of 5, and they're just hitting their range limit. But I think I got one in here somewhere. I just don't know where. Oh, where did I put him? There should be one in here. I don't see him. Where is my hairbrush? Oh, where is my hairbrush? Where, oh, where, oh, where, oh, where, where, oh, where, there? I don't know where he is. So 24th and 25th are here. The 26th is here. That is part of the 5th division. In the 4th division, we are missing the 23rd. So that means he's up here. Okay, so there's the 23rd here. And then we put the 3rd division has the 3rd and the 21st. So one of them should be up here. This is the, oh, come on. That's the 23rd. This should not be this hard. Okay, I'm getting a little annoyed. I thought I had these right next to each other. Command post there. That is the 23rd. So that's the 3rd one from the 4th division. So here and then there are the 2. So then I need my 3rd division Marines. They're here somewhere. Did I accidentally move it? Yeah, I did. This guy did not move. I don't know if you're seeing where I'm pointing here. This guy did not move up next to the enemy lines. So 1, 2, 3, he was right here. Okay, so that's the 21st. And then the 3rd, I would swear I put right in here somewhere. So now I just got to find it, and I think it's this guy right here. There he is. Okay, so we're like right up on the line with this one. Okay, so as far as garrisons go, this guy definitely gets a garrison. There. And we're going to get one here underneath this blue. This is important because I'm going to start pulling back units, and the garrison is going to be the only way I'm going to be able to prevent myself from losing units. And so there's 2 garrisons coming here, there, and there. Okay, done. I'm sorry that took a lot longer than I was expecting. So we do I'm just thinking about what we're supposed to do here, and I believe that's as good as any. I don't want to pull anybody out yet, so that's the problem I'm having here is if I start pulling people out, I think it's too early. Yeah, I don't want to do anything with that. So let's draw the event. Oh, that's a good one. Naval gunfire. So we are up to 2, although I'm not sure we're going to have much of an opportunity to use it. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's air gunfire. Naval. I'm concerned we might not have much chance to use it. My 5th artillery is at 0. We still have the Marine Corps artillery as well. So I guess we could try to maybe get close to these black ones and take it out, but I just don't think I'm going to be able to. Okay, let's do the attack. It's a red that will defer to black if a black is nearby. This one would defer to black, but it's not going to do anything because black's not in range. So red is going to do an R action. And so here you can see the disruption marker is just going to go away. And up here, way up here, it's off the camera, but up north, that disruption marker is going away. And there was a red right there. And that's going to cover red. The good news, well, no. There is a red right here, 3 spaces away. So it's going to get a unit and a depth marker. And no rest for the weary. They just pop up like whack-a-mole here. So now you might be wondering, this is empty. Why is it not getting reinforcements? It's because the action is for the whole position group, and so this is occupied. So it's not considered unoccupied, even though this position is unoccupied. So he doesn't get a reinforcement. Now, that's assuming he was disrupted, so that obviously takes priority. But just to help you out with the rule, if you were ever wondering. So then blue is just doing an attack action, and I don't see a blue anywhere. So there is a blue here, but he's not going to hit anything, and he doesn't do any other action but attack because it's a blank blue. And then green is going to get a muster, and that's going to be annoying, or an M. It's an M action. It could be a muster, but so here's our dilemma. And they're going to do mortar fire. So if you look here, if they're occupied but there's nobody in their field of fire, they're going to do a mortar fire and then a muster. So they do both. Oh my gosh, that's really lame. Mortar fire is going to hit anybody with the target symbol within 3 hexes. There's a green up there, and you can see 3 hexes, and we're a diamond. So if you look here, there's no diamond and no diamond. So we got lucky, right? So no mortar hits there. And then we have green here, and we're in his field of fire, so that's not a mortar. He's just firing with a machine gun, where his steady fire becomes intense. So now I got to look at his steady fire, and that means this unit is in trouble. So he's going to hit 2 units, 2 utes. I have an engineer and a regular unit, and so the engineer is not going to get hit because he goes after the big guys. So we are going to take 2 hits there. And I could disrupt them, but it's not going to help because it's 2 hits, not 1. I would have to disrupt 4 units. So there's 1, and there's 2. All right, so we took a lot of hits there, and they're going to be disrupted, and I'm going to go with the cream disruption. The engineer is not disrupted, but I don't really care. It's not going to matter, I don't think. So that hurts. The machine gun fire does. And then I'm looking around for more green. And my answer is that was enough green. There is no more green, so we don't have to worry. Now, I did intentionally skip over the red, and we're going to come back to it. The red R for the tank here does happen. So we go to the R, we go to the tank, and if there's any units in its field of fire, it's going to do an overrun. If there's no units, it's going to reposition. And so it's going to be very critical. Yes, we have units in its field of fire. So he's doing an overrun. Now an overrun is close combat. So let me see if there's any other special rules with it, but this is pretty much a standard from the other D-Day games. All right, if the tank fires but no U.S. units are hit, no further action. If the tank fires and hits 1 or more U.S. units, then it moves into the hex occupied by the nearest unit hit and does close combat. If hit U.S. units are equidistant, then you choose. And it may move into... So he does have to hit somebody first. So we have a diamond. Tanks can hit their normal range +1. Now, the +1 is not, like the normal range is, the intense fire is still 1 around, and then he's going to, have some steady fire outside. Well, the steady fire can go 1 more. So he has quite a range. And so we're looking for a diamond. And this guy is not a diamond. So then we come into here, and right there's your diamond. And we do take a hit. So he goes after the closest hit unit. He can hit 2 units, so we got to keep looking. This was 1 hit. And right there's your other in the same space. So the engineer gets hit. And then I'm just going to put all these units out here because now we have to deal with close combat. Now, don't mind the fact that we're disrupted. That doesn't stop us or penalize us in any way. And then the tank is actually moving in and engaging us. So his armor depth gets revealed, and it's a close combat armor depth. So this might be an opportunity to squash him, but it might not be. We're sort of in trouble. Okay, so the tank gets 2 units for being a tank, and then it gets 1 for the depth marker. Okay, we have 3 pips, 5 pips, 6 pips. So we get 2 for that. We get 1 for the flamethrower, and we get 1 because this is considered a counterattack. Okay, we have units around us, so we get to go first. The tank is green. See the little green symbol? That's when we use it, because he did leave a red position, but he's not at the red position right now, so now we use the green. And so I'm going to draw, and if we get a green, we're going to have a very good outcome. And we got it right there. Sweet. Okay, so the tank is going to get disrupted. He still has to get disrupted first. But the big thing is we make him lose a card, and it was a green card. So that's even better. So now he goes, and he gets a green. So that hurts. I'm looking at my losses here, and I'm going to just hit my HQ for 1. So we do lose a card, and that card would have been a hit. So that hurts. We go, and it says U.S. fire on counterattack. We are on a counterattack. So that means this is a hit, even though our color is not here. So that's a sweet daddy moment, and he loses his depth marker. That's forever out of the game. And he loses his card, which would have been a killer blow for us. So now we get 1 more card, and it's another hit, and a U.S. fire on counterattack, which would have been a guaranteed hit, and the tank is destroyed and out of the game. So that was a very good outcome for us. And we got rid of another pesky tank. There's only 1 more left in the game, and I can already tell you, looking at it, it's in Sector 4. And he is the first one to come out in Sector 4, by the way, with the way the depth markers are listed. Okay, we're done with their attack. We got to do 1 more event, and it's this silly caves event thing again. This is the last caves event, so we won't have to do this anymore. And I'm just going to go ahead and pick the other hill. And yes, he can fire everywhere he wants, but he doesn't actually fire unless you do close combat with him. And who cares? He's not even holding a position. So, What do we do? I think our turn is going to be a little bit shorter. Good news, because we don't have to worry about Suribachi anymore. And, got to put these units back. We are disrupted. We took a lot of hits. Every unit took a hit. So we're going to sit here with a disrupted marker, and it's the cream one, because we got disrupted this turn. The green one will go away. So I'm going to go ahead and remove it, but we can't do anything with that unit. This guy has been our thorn in our side. He's still a fortress. And so before we even start, we're going to naval gun him. Since we have 2 naval guns, we're going to drop down to 1. And let's go. It's a yellow. And the naval gunfire is a triangle, so we do get the symbol. So if you look at the 6-strength symbol, we do damage him. And we possibly damage the fort. It's a purple, and the fort is damaged, so that helps. We're going to take this off, and the Class 2 fort is destroyed. And we go to a Class 3 fort. So it's that situation now. And there we go. All right, that was the naval gunfire. And I don't think I'm going to do any more naval or airstrikes. So now we're going to do our tank barrage. And I always forget to call it out, but we're going to do, since we had a triangle last time, let's do the circle this time. So we're going to do a 6-strength tank, and we got a diamond. So, but we got the gold. So we matched the symbol, and let's see. It is a green, and there's no match, so we don't get the fort. It would have been really nice to take that fort down. This unit, I think we close combated him last time and took some damage. Yeah, we took 1 damage. All right, I'm going to... I need to take this out too. I'm going to use some 4th Marine artillery to try to disrupt this. And I'm going to use 3 points. 1, 2, 3. We're up to 9 out of our 10. I got the red. The symbol doesn't match. The fire color only in a strength 3 does disrupt him, so he's disrupted. And then we're going to close combat this guy, because I'm not going to meet the flank requirement for him. So let's get it done. He gets 1 for being Japanese. That's it. We're going to get 2 for our cards and 1 for the flamethrower. He goes first. It's red. No red. Let me turn the camera a little bit. So we go, and there's our red. And we finally took this guy out. So this one is destroyed. And the thing is close combat it's annoying. It's highly luck driven. But if you'll notice, I'm taking this and I don't have to do that stupid fire check. So what you're also going to notice is I'm going to take these units here and I'm going to do a 1, 2, 3 like this, and I don't have to do a check because by being here I cut off his communication. So this is no longer something we have to do a check with. Now one thing I want to look at here though is these guys are way out of command, but these are the 4th Division guys, so I'm not too concerned. We need to get 3rd Division guys down here or we're going to lose that. And also, this needs to fall. So I'm going to attack with everything I have, and even if I'm overstacked, the worst that happens to me is I get disrupted. I'm going to get disrupted from the attack anyways, so we're going for it. So he's just a fort. He has no units, nothing. So he gets 1 for the fort, and he's going to get 1 for the rocky terrain. And then we're going to get 5, because I guarantee you we have 5. And 5 is the maximum we can have. It's orange, and so he goes first, and he hits us. So that hurts. And so I'm going to just do a damage to one of our guys here. And we lose a card. And then we go after him, and we hit him. So he's already disrupted. The fort is destroyed, and we win. So we win without even having to do anything else. That's all you had left was just a fort. So I just wanted to make sure we had enough cards to take them down. Now, let me count the pips because I would only attack with enough to get me to 5 cards. We get 1 for a flamethrower, so I just need 12 points of pips. So 2 and 4 is 6, and then this is 4 more for 10. And see, that's 11. And then I injured him, so I basically included him in the battle. So we're going to just put all these in. And he's the one that's going to get disrupted because he's the one that got hit anyways, right? So the one who gets hit gets disrupted. And then this stack is not disrupted because when you're overstacked, you only disrupt whatever's over the stack limit. Okay, so we do have to get our 3rd division moving. So I don't know how we want to do this. So like, for example, this is a 3rd division here, right on the headquarters. So I'm going to move him, and he's a heavy weapons. So he would be perfect for taking on this stuff. I don't know if I want him to take on this stuff yet, but he is perfect for it. And I'm just going to go ahead and go 1, 2, 3, and maybe we can start taking on this purple here. The purple, by the way, does project a steady fire here and an intense fire there. So looking at more, these guys are 4th Division, so I can move them 1, 2, 3, and the idea here is they're going to be the ones that take the artillery fire. This one is our 3rd Division, and 1, 2, 3 to take. We need to take these gold positions, and I'm going to start moving the 4th Division forward, largely because we want to get, and see, and these are tanks, so this is just 1 infantry, so we can actually stack the tanks on with this other infantry, like so, and like so. So now I'm looking at my 3rd Division stuff. For example, 1, 2, 3. This one, 1, 2, 3. And then this one, 1, 2, 3. So we're trying to get over here to claim these red zones and the gold zone so I can get everybody back to recovery. So we got 2 more here. And this one, for example, can go 1, 2, 3, and yes, I will disrupt that. And we do have to draw a card for this. So it's not red, so thank goodness. And we took this red spot. Very happy with that. And this one will go 1, 2, 3, and just rest right there. So the 3rd division's moving in, is what I'm basically getting at here. And they might take some hits, but that is what they're supposed to do. Here we got stuff that we need to get coverage for. The other division in the 3rd is the 21st. So you can see here I have the 21st division here. So what I'm going to do is this guy here is on a hill. He's brown, and I guarantee you he has a fire zone here. So let me look. Yes, he has an intense fire here. So I got a muff problem if I try to like make a break for this. If I do this though, he doesn't have a fire zone in his own spot. But it is an empty position, so we have to draw and see if we get a brown, and we don't, so we get lucky, and we go in. Now, one more thing. It's not that okay. When you go in there, you do take a infiltration check. So this was a heavy, like we would have gotten hit because these guys are shooting at us for going into an empty position of a group. So what I'm trying to say is we're not checking to see if reinforcements arrive. We're checking to see if we get hit, which we didn't. And that's why I don't like the rules. It's like there's a lot of similar rules that apply in the same situation. And I would love a rule check. The designer hasn't answered any of my questions on Board Game Geek. They've been sitting there for like 2 days now. I mean, I guess it is the weekend, and it would be nice if he enjoyed his weekend, right? So maybe I'll hear from him on Monday, or maybe Tuesday. Monday's actually a holiday here in the U.S. But anyways, I'm hoping to get some answers to these questions because I am annoyed, not with the rule book. I'm annoyed with the ambiguity of the rule book, but I can't make heads or tails of when to do one versus the other. So we'll leave it at that. So in a position group, I'm currently operating with the impression that they're going to do a infiltration check that's intense fire. So if they pull your color, you get hit, unless you're a star, of course. If you're moving into an empty position like this, that's not a part of a tunnel group, or if the entire tunnel group is empty, then you're drawing to see if an immediate reinforcement appears. So the rule is exactly the same. It just says if you enter an empty, blah, blah, blah. So I don't think I'm going to be doing an intense fire check and a reinforcement check. That would be ridiculous, and I'm assuming that that's not the case. Okay, so the 21st is the Marine Battalion that's here, and we do have a unit here from the 21st, and I'm trying to see if we have any other ones. We have the 25th, we have the 24th. Oh, we have a unit here we need to kill. I wasn't even paying attention to that. This guy is from the 3rd, and he moved up, so he's not eligible. But all 3 of these guys we're going to do close combat. Actually, I only need 12 pips, so give me a second. 4, 8, and this is 12. So this unit right here is good enough to take him on. So we're going to do it, and this is going to be a tough battle because he's getting 2 for being Japanese, and then he's getting 2 for his CC and 1 for the terrain. He's getting a full 5 cards, and we get a full 5 cards. It'd be nice to remove the depth marker, and the only way I can do that is to barrage him with a tank, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try to do... I need a 6 strength attack to do this. So I'm looking to see if I have any 5th Division units there. I have 3rd Division, but 3rd Division doesn't help me. They don't have any artillery yet. Well, let me check. No, they don't, because the 3rd Division artillery is right here. They're not even on the board. I do have a tank in the range, but just a tank. 1. Singular. Oh. I'm trying to scheme a way to hit this guy and get him disrupted. Or possibly destroy his depth marker, and I can't. He's already disrupted, so that part's good. This is just going to be a hell of a battle, and the luck has to swing our way. Okay, so he's got CC on both of these. He goes first. This is that one that the position is painted green, but the outside is brown, and we've been going with brown, so I'm going to continue with that. And good thing, because he had a green. He does get a reinforce, which right now all that does is give him another card. Which is a big deal since he has 5. We go, and we miss. He goes, and he gets another reinforce, which is lame. We go, and we have a brown. So we destroy his depth marker. And we destroy his top card. Okay, now he goes, and he gets a brown, and I wasn't surprised there. I mean, he's got 5 cards, and he drew 2 more. Okay, so we got, where's our units? Here they are. Here's our units, and I'm going to go ahead and take the damage with him. I was tempted to take the tank damage. You know what? I am going to take the tank damage. I'm going to just damage the tank. So we'll do that. We lose a card. It was a good one. Dang it. All right, we go. Nothing. They go. Hit. So now I take the hit. This is not going our way, by the way. We lose another card. And that's our final card, which would have finished him off. So we're going to announce that we're withdrawing because he has 2 cards left, and we don't want him to draw both cards. So he just needs to draw 1 more, and it's a miss, and we don't do the last one. And so we withdrew. And we at least got rid of his depth marker, which actually gave him another card, another 2 cards, in fact. So he is now significantly weaker, but this was a tough battle. Okay, so we get disrupted. I'm disrupting the whole unit there. All right, I want to get into this, this blue. I was hoping to do it with the 3rd division. I do have the 21st here. And so I think I was planning on moving up to take this, but I'm going to move them down to take the blue because we're trying to get our units out of dodge. This one is the 24th, the 23rd, and in fact, I'm going to start the process of getting the 4th Marines out of here. So we have an engineering unit gone. And this one is also from the 23rd. And so I'm just going to take anything from the 4th that's not near the front line and not helping us anymore. And just get them out of here. Okay, and that's a command post. So that's also from the 23rd. Moving on up, we got a nice big stack here. Just taking them all out. Sitting on a toilet. Sitting on a toilet. Sitting on a toilet. Now I flush. Okay. Sorry, it just popped in my head because, you know, I guess I could have done Jeopardy music or something, you know, do. Okay, this guy we're eliminating. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to do a move. 1, 2, and I cut off his... Well, actually, I'm cutting off communication. These 2 are attacking, so this is destroyed. And then this unit is moving in. This is a 3rd division unit. And we take it, and we don't have to do a check because he has no communication. So we took red without much of a struggle. But all those units were involved, so I can't do anything with them. This is 3rd division, these 2 units. And so is this one. So this one's going to reveal. It's a flank and a bazooka with 3 strength. We had 11, and that's triple. but since we didn't match his flanking requirement, you know, we get downgraded and he's at least disrupted. Although he has an unrevealed marker, so let me go check that. It's a JX, where the depth marker is eliminated and he's not disrupted. Ooh. So the depth marker is eliminated, but he's not disrupted. Interesting. Okay, do we have anybody from 5th Division up there? We used to. I think I prematurely took him out. 5th Division has artillery. And if anybody from 5th Division was up there, actually we do, right here. This is a command post. And his range, he's the 26th. His range is 3. 1, 2, oh, we're 1 short. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the VAC. The VAC I will spend, and that's the Marine Corps artillery. I'll spend 4 points. And let's draw. And we got a brown. So we matched the color but not the symbol. And all I'm looking for is disrupting him, which is what I did. Technically speaking, we destroy any artillery if he has one. He doesn't. And there you go. He's disrupted. So then I have this unit here, which hasn't moved yet. And I was charging this green, but I need to rethink that. This guy is from the 25th, or from the 5th Division. Actually, right there, 5th Division. So I really could have bombarded him. He's not in view. This guy has to be in his fire zone in order for him to call in the artillery. So he can't do it. In fact, I don't think we could have done it even with the headquarters. So no harm, no foul there. Okay, moving on. I did take this. This guy, I have a choice. I either take this or I go after revealing this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in to take this, and that's an intense fire check. And the intense fire, it's a green, which would mean a hit, but I'm a star. So it would have to hit with a star. So we're immune basically to that. But the reason I did it is we destroyed another one of his artillery. So he's down to 20. And we can put an artillery destroyed there. And it would have been nice to maybe reveal this guy, but for now it is what it is. So that's my stack. These guys here are with the 21st, so that's the 3rd Division. They're all with the 3rd Division. And yes, they are. I think I remember the engineer is not disrupted. So what I'm going to do is the engineer is going to move 1 forward, and then these guys will go over and pick up the engineer. And so that's how we'll go. That's how we will roll. Okay, so I think we're done. And I remove any disruptions that's not the cream-colored ones. I think I did all those. We do artillery. So this Sector 3 is the only one we got to worry about. Actually, Sector 2 still gets artilleried, but I have my token guy there getting disrupted. I technically, if I don't have any more units in there, we don't have to do it. So in fact, I'm going to move that guy to the regiment, so he's going to finally retire. There's nobody to artillery in Sector 2. Now, the problem with that is he's no longer dividing his artillery. His full strength now goes here. So that's the problem we run into with that. So for one more turn, I'm going to leave him in Sector 2. We don't have to take him out until the PM. So this is a case where he has 20 times 2 divided by 3 is 13 plus 5 from the other. He's at 18. 18 divided by 9 is an even Steven 2. And I think I did this on purpose so we can disrupt these two, but this guy can't be disrupted. That one can. And they are for sure targeting units near black. So I think 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the other one. And I will take a disruption because I can't afford not to. Yeah, this black is going to be tough just because their artillery is helping them so much. Okay, end of turn. That's 40 minutes. I'm doing a lot better than the hour I was doing. Oh, raid phase. Nobody's getting raided. This was super close over here, but this guy has these two, and that guy has those two. We got lucky. Communication. Remember I said I'm not going to ever allow communication to get by me, and I had that situation here. So these units could not move together. One unit needed to stay behind, so I will leave him behind because he needed to block the communication. So that was important. I can't let them get communication through. Okay, now that's the end of the turn. I'm going to go ahead and hit stop, and I'll see you in a few. We will be starting the PM turn, which is game turn 21.